السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا بكم طلبة وطالبات الصف الثالث الإعدادي. النهارده هنكمل مع بعض منهجنا مع يونت نمبر 16 وهنحل مع بعض أسئلة كتاب المعاصر وهنبدأ مع بعض بيج 220 وده طبعا السؤال الخاص بالمكان. Exercise number 1 A or N is a message that gives you advice. Moral, email, address, example, طبعا this is Khalef. The first winner had a medal. طبعا the first winner بياخد golden. If you are happy. يبقى if you feel scared, upset, angry, content. طبعا people make many mistakes. Why? Foolish, good, clever. وطبعا answer is foolish people اللي هي الناس اللي هي الغبية أو غير حكيمة. You can ask 8 people for advice. Foolish people, angry, bad, or wise. طبعا wise. A or N is a common white water bird. This is a goose. يبقى هي إيه حيوان مائي. قصدي طائر مائي. Number 7. It was summer and the ant was food for the winter. يبقى طبعا was eating, sweeping, coming. طبعا The greedy farmer used to get more golden eggs, like hop till 8. طبعا don't be, you have already eaten a big ice cream, يبقى don't be greedy. مش طماع. Omar was and cried because he lost his school bag. طبعا greedy, upset, necessary content. طبعا The car is made of, it is very heavy. Wood, plastic, paper, metal, around the car is made of it. The doctor told me to, after doing a great effort, around a great effort, يعني مجهود. Wood, walk, relax, study, run, around to relax. The teacher asked us to for the final exam. Prepare, repair, repeat, repeat. طبعا هتبقى ايه؟ prepare. He refused the poor boy. He refused. طبعا refused من ضمن الافعال اللي بيجي وراها ايه؟ to infinitive. يبقى he refused. دلوقتي هنتنقل للجزء الخاص بالكتاب وهنتنقل الى بيج نمبر 227. Sarah finished her work then she went home. عايزة استخدم after. طبعا after تدخل مكان الجملة الأولى يبقى after Sarah had finished her work, she went home. Number 2, after we had visited the museum, we decided to have lunch. After we had visited the museum, we decided to have lunch. عايزة استخدم ايه؟ until. طبعا until بتدخل في مكان after لو هبدأ بالجملة الأولى هحولها إلى النفس يبقى we didn't decide to have lunch until until we had visited the museum. I went to the park because I finished my homework. عايزة استخدم before. طب before هتدخل مع هي قبلها قصدي بعدها الحدث الايه؟ التاني. طيب هنا بيقول I went to the park because I finished my homework. طب هنا الحدث التاني اللي I went ايه؟ to the park. يبقى اللي هو before I went to the bar comma I finished سوري معلش اسف عليها finished أنا الحدث الأول هنحط خط يبقى I have finished my number 4 the lesson started then Dina arrived in the classroom عايزة استخدم when طيب يبقى هنا when هتدخل مكان then يبقى when Dina arrived in the classroom comma the lesson had started. كان بدأ خالص the lesson had stopped. Before he went to school he had packed his bag هستخدم أكتر يبقى هنشيل before هنحط مكانها أكتر وهناخد نسحب الجملة الثانية يبقى أكتر he had packed his bag comma he went to school. The boy saw his father then he ran away as soon as يبقى as soon as the boy طبعا في الأول هو شاف باباه يبقى had seen his father comma he ran. When Ayman arrived at the station the train had left عايزة استخدم by the time by the time بتدخل مكان when لكن هتيجي طبعا ايه في النص عشان عايزة يبقى طبعا the train had left by the time Ayman arrived she watched TV but first she did her homework هنستخدم يبقى after طبعا بيقول لي but first يبقى ده الحدث الأول يبقى after she had done her homework comma she watches TV. Shayma went back to the shop. She left the mobile there. because يبقى Shayma went back to the shop because she had left her mobile her mobile there. هنتنقل بعد dinner exercise for lesson number 1 and lesson number 2 page number 228. Sally and Henry are talking about spending the mid-year holiday. Hi, where will you spend the mid-year holiday? يقول له hi, I will, the weather is fine in Aswan. يبقى هنا I will spend it in Aswan. فسأله سؤال قال له هنا طبعا هو will go with you هتروح مع مين؟ يبقى with my هو ما بيسأل هو يبقى هقول له على طول we will stay at my uncle's house يبقى هنا هنعمل هنا cross يبقى هتبقى where will بدل دي هتبقى you stay. we will stay for about 7 days. يبقى هنسأل هنا عن المدة how long. وبرضه we will هتبقى will you stay. Question number 2, choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D. He ate the food in the fridge. He ate all the food in the fridge. Although he wasn't hungry, he was طبعا كان كل مرة رغم إن هو مش جعان يبقى he was a thirsty, wise, content, or ready. طبعا answer is ready. You should ask a man for advice. You should ask a baby, bad, foolish, wise. طبعا a wise man. He sent me or Anne to attend his sister's wedding. يبقى an invitation. Story is a moral, has a message, sad ending, happy ending, no ending. يبقى طبعا has a message. When you feel content, you are طبعا under content بمعنى what is that of black beauty? يبقى what is the moral of black beauty? What is the moral of black beauty? Rewrite. Number 1, before lunch, Khalef had visited her friend. عايزة استخدم after. يبقى زي ما قلنا برضه هتدخل after مكان before ونبدل الجملتين. يبقى after Khalef had visited. Their friend, comma, she, نحط هنا بقى الجملة في الخط symbol. She had lunch. After Hela had visited her friend, she had lunch. Heba was happy. She succeeded last week. وعايزة استخدم because. يبقى Heba was happy because she had succeeded. After he had studied his lesson, he went out for a walk. عايزة استخدم until. يبقى هنجيب الجملة الأولى وننفيها. يبقى he didn't go out for a walk until he had studied his lesson. دلوقتي هننتقل لليسن نمبر 3 4 وهنبدأ ببيج نمبر 234 هنتكلم على البوك. Number 1, you can look at of the book before reading it. Public, program, contents, break. طبعا contents are محتاج. You should put the house. You should put the houses in a far place. It is places. يبقى the houses is visitors. Refuse, put, middle. وطبعا هتبقى اللي هي زي المفضلات. I'm very about my brother. He didn't come back until now. هو لغاية دلوقتي ما جاش. يبقى very ايه طبعا. It's amazing. I can't طبعا believe it. We were, as Yasser wasn't invited us to the party. يبقى we were terrible, delicious, useful, surprise. يبقى we were a surprise وهي طبعا هنا مفيش كلمة us. يبقى we were surprised as Yasser wasn't invited to the party. If you want to your friend's laptop, you should ask first. If you want to go. always very carefully before you do something. يبقى always ايه plan very carefully. This story is I don't want to read it anymore. مش عايزة أقراها بعد كده. يبقى it's very طبعا he was or an in the army. يبقى he was an engineer, archaeologist, actor, soldier. يبقى طبعا he was soldier. We need some to open the new jam. Next, equipment tunnels. طبعا محتاجين equipment اللي هي المعدات أو الآلات. This is a or an man who treats children badly. يتعامل معاهم بطريقة وحشة. يبقى kind, unkind, happy, nice. طبعا unsafe. This necklace belongs. طبعا belongs بيطلعها preposition to. May I turn the TV to watch the match back. طبعا ولعها يبقى turn on the TV. هنتلاقي page number 236. 236. Number 1 بيقول لي write طبعا what you would say in each of the following situation. Your uncle gave you a digital camera for your birthday. يبقى أقول له إيه؟ Oh إيه؟ How wonderful. بلاش هنقول له how wonderful. Your friend's aunt died. يبقى أقول إيه؟ Oh dear. I'm so sad. I'm sorry to hear that. How old you are. A friend tells you that you have one bride. Oh, yeah, but really? I can't believe it. Your father bought a new car. How wonderful. Your brother has lost his bicycle. أقول له إيه؟ Your friend has failed his math test. أقول برضه oh dear. I'm sorry to hear that. Your friend's sister has just had a baby. How wonderful. طبعا ده happy news. هنتنقل للجنرال exercise. Finish the following dialogue. Shayma has asked Marwa about her visit to Aswan. I knew that you were in Aswan. That's true. You mean it was exciting? يبقى تعني إن هي exciting. فسألتها سؤال قالت I went by bus. يبقى لو تقول لها that's true هتقول لها إيه مثلا؟ مقول مثلا إيه؟ It was amazing. Now you mean it was exciting? فهذا تسألك سؤال قالت لها I went by bus. يبقى how did you go? How long did you stay there? مثلا نقرأ for I visited the high dam. يبقى what did طبعا عشان عندي visited for past يبقى what did you what is here? What did you visit? Question number 2. Write what you would say in each of the following situations. You borrowed your friend's phone and you broke it. اشتركت التليفون واتكسر فيه. هتقولي له ايه؟ Oh I am afraid. I have broken your phone. Number 2, the TV announced that the storm ended and this pleased you. يبقى ايه يعني المذيع او التلفزيون اعلن ان العاصفه انتهت وده اسعدك، يبقى هقول له ايه؟ how wonderful. how that's great. You heard that your friend's father is in hospital. يبقى oh dear. يبقى heartbreak. Number 1, now I choose the correct answer. Number 1, if you don't know the meaning of a word, try to guess it. نحاول ايه تخمن. I am worried by the news of my success. I can't believe it. I am a طبعا I am surprised. Marwa wanted to Mustafa score so that he could Marwan wanted to Mustafa score so that he could call his mother. يبقى wanted to go. Horses sometimes to move to where you want them to go. يبقى sometimes ايه refuse to ايه to move. بترفض ان هي ايه تتحرك. Yusuf Noor had a bad accident. يبقى how طبعا when something is made of it is golden. يبقى طبعا made of gold. Salma didn't watch TV until she had washed the dishes وعايزة اتكلم after. يبقى after طبعا هتدخل مكان until. يبقى هسحب الجملة بتاعت until ورا after. يبقى after هنبدل طبعا الضمائر زي ما قلنا قبل كده. يبقى after Salma had finished. We have to add wash the dishes, comma she. هنرجع بقى نشيل النفي ونرجع الجملة مصح. يبقى she washed TV. First I went shopping then I made food. يبقى before هنبدأ طبعا بجملة verb. يبقى before I made food, comma I had طبعا التصريف الثالث went done shopping. We visited the museum then we went home. هستخدم until. يبقى until هتيجي مع الحدث الأول وهنسحب الحدث الثاني قدام. يبقى we didn't go home until we had visited the museum. We didn't go home until we had visited the museum. وهنوصل بقى آخر حاجة عندنا الجنرال تيست ده بيج نمبر 245. Ahmed is speaking to Ali about an accident. Ahmed, it's very nice to meet you. Where were you? I was at the hospital. Ali, your brother? What bad news? فهنا هو يقول له ايه؟ يبقى I was at hospital. My brother had an accident. Your brother? What a bad news. فسأله سؤال قال له no it is not serious. يبقى هنا هتقول له ايه؟ يبقى is it serious؟ يعني هل الموضوع خطير؟ No he wasn't driving. طيب هنا يبقى هنشيل no وهنعمل cross. يبقى was he driving؟ هو كان سايق. I hope he will get better soon. يبقى طبعا هنقول له ايه؟ Thanks I thank you. Write what you would say. You respond to a terrible accident you watch it on TV. يبقى هتقول ايه؟ طبعا terrible accident يبقى هاي. You hear that scientists have found a new medicine which will help many people. يبقى طبعا هو يبقى انت سمعت ان العلماء اخترعوا او وجدوا علاج هيساعد الكثير من الناس، يبقى طبعا هتبقى how wonderful. A friend tells you that you have won a prize, express your happiness. يبقى ايه؟ Really? I can't believe it. نوصل بقى للسؤال الثالث وده اللي هو الكومبلمنت. It was just before sunrise when the plane landed. يبقى كان قبل ايه؟ الغروب قبل الشروق بشوية. When the plane landed يعني عندما هبطت الطائرة. The three cousins got off and in an hour they were out of the airport with their many suitcases. يبقى خرج الثلاث أبناء العم ونزلوا من الطائرة وخلال ساعة كانوا خارج المطار. مع many suitcases يعني الكثير من الحقائب. 3 years before يعني قبل كده ب3 سنين business had been so bad that they left their village in search for better living standard. يبقى تركوا حياتهم أو قريتهم من 3 سنين بحثا عن مستوى معيشة أفضل. They spent 1 year in Libya and then left for Kuwait. They had much money enough to make them decide to go back to their village about 300 miles from Khalef. يبقى هم عملوا فلوس تكفي ان هم ايه كافيه لدرجه هم قرروا انهم يرجعوا تاني الى البلد. والبلد جديد تبعد عن القاهره ب 300 ايه ميل. يبقى they had much money enough to make them decide to go back to their village about 300 miles from Cairo by taxi, not by train. So it would cost them much more money. رغم انها هتكلفهم ايه فلوس كتير لكن هم قرروا يروحوا بتاكسي مش بفلوس. The taxi driver decided to take for himself or their things. يبقى قرر ان هو ياخد منهم او يسرق كل حاجه. At noon and at a lonely place on the road he stopped. يبقى في في الظهر وفي منطقه منعزله. He stopped his car pretending that the engine was in need for cooling. قال لهم ان الموتور محتاج يبرد. They got off and all of them sat down under a tree to have a light here. After a short time, they rose to continue their journey, but the taxi driver said the car was in need for a push. قال لهم ان العربيه محتاجه زقه. The three passengers went behind the taxi to push it forward. Suddenly, the taxi driver ran off at a full speed, leaving the three cousins behind. It was such a surprise that none of them thought of taking down the car number. وكانت حاجة محزنة إن مفيش حد منهم خد نمرة العربية. Why did the three cousins leave their country? يبقى طبعا to هو طبعا قال لي ان هو to search for a better طبعا to search for a better living style. What do you think of the taxi driver? طبعا I think he was a thief and unkind. What does the underlined pronoun they refer to؟ كلمة they بتعود على مين؟ طبعا هنا they اللي هي قال لي نوت ايه؟ they were out of the airport. they were out of the airport. طبعا هنا هو دي اللي هي يبقى دي هنا تعود على مين؟ طبعا the three cousins. they refer to the three cousins. The word taught in the passage shows pros, contrast, result ability. طبعا هي تدل على الكونتراست أو التضاد. The cousins left the airport before sunrise, after sunrise, at noon, in the evening. هم نزلوا من الطيارة قبل الشروق على طول. وبعد كده خرجوا بعدها بساعة يبقى طبعا after sunrise. هنتنقل دلوقتي للسؤال reading. عندي هنا Mrs. Fowler, Jerry's wife, Khalef, wrote a letter to Mrs. Fowler. طبعا this is Jerry's wife. Made Ginger so weak and sad. طبعا ده Skinner. Knew that Jerry was a good driver. طبعا this is Mrs. Fowler. Waited for more than an hour. طبعا ده هو Jerry. والأخيرة طبعا شيء. Why do you think that Jerry became ill? طبعا because he waited outside in the cold weather for a long time. Do you think that beauty would do well to Skinner? Why and why? Why? موقعه بقى no, because Skinner was a bad owner. ممكن أقول yes, because the beauty was a good horse. Choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D. He was happy when he heard of the exam. يبقى when he heard the questions, results, students, jokes, طبعا errors. How many eggs do the farmers chickens each day? طبعا lay. Young people should always listen to the words from their grandparents. طبعا wise words. If you have enough water, you won't be. لو انت عندك enough water يبقى you won't be a thirsty. طبعا مش هاخد not thirsty لأن أنا عندي النفي مفعول. You should think more about what to do أو what to do. يبقى طبعا not careful. Ali didn't like the song. He thought it was طبعا terrible لأن هو مش عاجبه. Rewrite. The lesson started when Gina arrived in the classroom starting when. يبقى طبعا when بتحل محل then هتيجي مع then يبقى when Gina arrived in the classroom, comma, the lesson had Number 2 رقية cook the food. Then she watched the play وعايزة استخدم after. يبقى طبعا هنشيل then وهتدخل على الجملة الأولى. يبقى after رقية had cooked food, comma, she watched the play. After getting dressed, Muhammad went to school وعايز استخدم before. يبقى هنشيل هنا after وهحط before في النص يبقى بنفس ترتيب الايه؟ الجملتين بس طبعا هنحول جملة after لجملة. يبقى طبعا ان هو محمد طبعا ده قبل before هيبقى past perfect يبقى محمد had dressed بتاخد معاه verb got. يبقى after محمد had got dressed طبعا sorry معلش before محمد had got dressed before he went to school. وبكده نكون وصلنا لنهاية الفيديو بتاعنا النهارده. اتمنى تكونوا استفدتم. Until we meet again, goodbye and good luck.